The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. It may even be too late, for I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Hello everyone, it's Jada January here, and today I thought we would start a brand new series where I play one of my favorite games of all time, Dragon Age Origins, and I thought I would bring you guys along for the fun, for the lols, because there will be some laughs in this series, because I am using a random number generation to make every decision for me. So you've probably seen that trope around before on social media, on YouTube, etc., where people play games or just do things in life where they have a dice or a number generator make the decisions for them, and that is what we are going to do in this run through of Dragon Age. So let's do this. So the first number that we need to generate is for the gender, male or female. 1 for male, 2 for female. Generate. 1 male. Okay. And then moving on to our race and class. I will generate these at the same time. So generate, we have race, dwarf. Okay, so 2 numbers for class since that thing didn't work. 1 will be warrior, 2 will be rogue. 1 for warrior. Okay, background. We will either have the dwarf commoner or the noble dwarf. So 1, 2, 3, click the button. We're a commoner. So this is an interesting background that I haven't done for quite some time. Okay, cool. Next. We're not playing with presets. We are going to be doing everything with the scales. So I'm going to speed the video through this. Okay, so this is our character. I'm going to be calling him Random. Because, of course, his name is Random. Random Broska. It's not too bad. That's not too bad, I don't think. He doesn't look too derpy. He could have been a lot worse. Just that bright orange hair. It's rather intense. And the hairstyle isn't the greatest either. Okay, voice. So this is 6 options for the voice. Which one are we going with out of the 6? Number 1, so we're going to be wise.
I have lost concentration.
So we have 5 points to put him into. Strength, dexterity, willpower, magic, cunning, constitution. Each point is going to be randomly assigned. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will do a randomly generated 6 5 times. So let's generate. So 2, 6, 3, 6, and 3. Next. So we have 1 point to spend. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options. Generate 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're herbalism. Okay. Next, we have 2 points to spend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 options. We've got 2 points, so we'll do generate 8 and 2. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shield bash. I guess that's everything. That's our character, Random. And yes, we're playing it on easy because I like to play things on easy. Don't at me.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the 2 remaining dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat, can we not do this in front of my brother?
Why not? He knows the slope of the land, don't you, boy?
Okay, so we have 4 options here. Generate 3. Oh my god, grovel much?
Right. That's sweet. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold cap teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's gotta do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
Out of 3, what do we say to that? 2. I don't like to see him treat you that way.
I'll treat her however I like, as long as you both eat off my plate. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brat. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life.
Out of 3. Number 1. So what are you doing here?
Checking on my investments, and right now, they don't bear much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
Between 1 and 3? 3. Watch yourself, Barat. We might not need you pretty soon.
Everyone needs me. Because everyone has things they want, and my Carter, we're the ones who provide. Until you can do that, you're nothing but my errand boy. So shut up and do as you're told.
And out of 3 again, number 1. Oh my god, it's like he's swinging back and forth. Snide little remark here. Suck up over here.
Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Okay, out of 4. What are we going to say to our sister? 2. You don't have to hide anything from me, Rika.
I know. You've always been a good brother. Always tried to protect me. I should have told you. Barat's been warning me ever since 2 of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrowmont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient.
Out of 4 again. 4. I want you to stop working for him. Like I said, back and forth.
I wish I could. Just go and walk the deep roads until we find a magical crystal kingdom and live happily until the stones embrace. But it's not happening. You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life.
Oh, this one's out of 5. What's it gonna be? 1. Barat expects too much from you.
You know how desperate the nobles are for more children? They can barely field enough soldiers to hold the walls against the Darkspawn. If I could give one of them a son, the whole house would celebrate. And we'd all be raised up to noble caste to join the family. It's what Barat's betting on. That's why he paid for my clothes, my voice lessons. He wants to share the reward.
And out of 4 again. It's not fair that Barat gets to push us around.
Money gives him power. He's got family on the surface, which means he can smuggle up lyrium and smithcrafts, and bring down silks, wines, and furs. And he played it smart. When he started expanding, he made sure it was only the casteless he shook down for protection, so the guardsmen didn't care.
Phew. So why does Barat care about hustling you to some noble?
As far as the nobles are concerned, he still stinks of Dust Town. He's got money now, but you can't buy caste, you know. No noblewoman would risk a dalliance with him. His only chance to join a noble family is to claim kinship with a concubine who bears a noble son. And that's what he wants more than anything. Don't you? Imagine what it would be like not to have people look at us like we're sewer sludge. To think our lives are worth something.
Okay, out of 4. I don't know why I can't join the army and fight Darkspawn.
It's sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers are more danger to each other than to Darkspawn. That it's an insult to the smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't wish to insult the warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead an army just as well.
I need to get going before Barat gets back. Goodbye.
Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
Okay, cool. Oh, we can talk to our mother.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika?
Okay, out of 4, generate 4. Never mind, sleep it off again.
People bothering me all the time.
Yeah.
Got important things to do here. Very important things.
Yes, drunk mother. Okay. Okie dokie. So, I'm just remembering the controls.
It has begun.
Let's leave and actually do something with this game. That's my friend.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl.
Oh goodness, is everyone going to be a male chauvinist pig in this? I don't remember it being this bad. Generate. 3. Lesky, how's it shaping? Okay, let's just ignore his
What can
remark.
I say? No money, no girls, no place to call my own. I've been writing an epic poem about it. It starts, "Oh, you're really, really cursed to have no caste. You noble dwarves can shove it up your..." But I couldn't think of a rhyme.
I could think of a couple. 3. Just tell me why Barat sent you.
And people wonder where that grumpy old dwarf image comes from. But fine. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Ostagar, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back.
4. Generate. 3. Is that all?
Well, if he is skimming, we kill him, of course. I mean, Barat doesn't let anyone swindle him and live. Bringing his head on a plate is completely optional, though.
2. What sort of goods are we trying to find?
You know, gold, lyrium, spices. Anything that Barat might cut someone's head off to get.
And 2 again, any idea where this Ostagar is?
All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters.
Number 4. I don't think it's right to just kill this guy.
We're not just killing him. First we take back anything he stole and then we kill him. Come on, you can feel bad later.
Yes, that's a good difference there. And then out of 3, we have number 1. Fine, but at least find out what he's done.
Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.
Awesome. Now I just need to figure out how to play this game again. Okay, so where are we going? I guess it's this way?
Hey there, Carter boy. Care to try a taste of this? Any way you like it.
No thank you. Journal. Tapster's Tavern. Oh, that's right.
Dead. She's been gone 2 years. No one survived that long.
I shall do it.
The ancestors were smiling on my bets today. Another round for
They say the warrior caste is hosting a proving so the Grey Wardens can look for candidates.
Okie dokie. Let's talk to this dude.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
For me.
That's real thoughtful, Ostagar. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name?
Generate. Number 2. Let's just say we've got a mutual friend.
Oh,
Very
no.
menacing.
You're not from Barat, are you? Because that would be too much. I don't think I could handle.
And number 3. If you did nothing wrong, you've got nothing to fear, right?
I just want to make sure nobody, does anything too hasty.
Number 2. Of course not. This is just a friendly inspection.
Making sure you didn't accidentally pocket any processed lyrium. You know.
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
Generate. Number 2. Save your excuses, Lesker. Search his bags.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
So just remember, I was hesitant to do anything rash. How much ore did you take?
Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most
That's
of
a
that's
lot.
with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat?
Number 4. Okay, who have you been selling to?
Surfacers pay good coin for lyrium. Mages up there, they use it for their spells. Smiths use it in enchanted weapons. I just took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits.
Right. Number 3. Bad idea. Let's go.
Could everyone who isn't about to die please turn around for a moment? This may be unpleasant.
I guess
Thank
we're killing him
You can't
after
do
all.
this. Help! Call the guardsmen! This is murder!
You two let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the back.
It's just a bunch of rocks. You're gonna kill me for that?
Okay, 1 of 2. Okay. 1. Sorry, Cell Rocker. A job's a job.
No!
I guess we have to kill it. Oh, look, he's still sitting down.
For the fools, they. If we must fight, let us go.
He did. I guess that's everything?
We have to get this stuff back to Barat before he starts wondering what we've been doing.
Okay. Is there anything else in here that we can... Oops. I'm really good at controlling this, aren't I? Anything else? Hello? Oh. We're behind the bar. That's not where we want to be. Okay.
This place is going to the nugs. Casts running around like they own the place.
Yeah, we own the place.
Watch yourself. The Shaper doesn't need your footprints all over his clean clothes.
Generate. Boah, what are you doing?
I happen to be doing the personal washing of the third assistant to the Shaper of Memories. He's from House Harrowmont, you know. It took my mother 5 years of sewing dresses for the head maid to get me noticed. Mother tells me they never considered a single other candidate when the position opened for underwasher.
Okay. If you're just a servant, aren't you casteless too?
I am not casteless. I am an honorable member of the servant caste. I serve my betters as is my place, decided by the ancestors who granted my mother my birth. I am not a criminal.
I'm a criminal. 1. Sorry, I'll let you get back to your washing.
As if I'd stop for you.
You already did stop for me. Okie dokie. Let's go. Find this shop.
Go back to your dirt pile, scum.
I'm trying to find a shop.
I assume this pile of worthless junk belongs to you?
Oh, Brat's shop is there. Oh my
Very well.
gosh.
You may leave your goods here for now, merchant. Move them out of the way.
This is Brat's shop.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later.
Ooh.
It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Ascaius?
Oh, this could turn out ugly. Oh wait, we've already got 1 to 4. Let's generate. 1. He's dead. Here's Illyrium. Give 2 nuggets. Okay, I guess we're
Excellent.
honest.
I'll send someone out
So
to
far?
handle the cleanup. Not you, though. I have another job in mind for you.
Okay, what job? 2. Do I get to make some other duster cry?
Not if you know what's healthy for you. This one, I want you invisible. The warrior cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing.
It seems so much smarmier than I remember. 2. You're taking bets on the fighters?
There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Havaird's a long shot, just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand?
1. I do.
The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find Havaired, see who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight.
Generate 2. Does Evard know you're doing this?
He's the kind of warrior who wants to show off his oiled physique to a cheering crowd. You think he wants scum like us making money on him? Don't let him know what you're doing. Just find his chamber, see when he's fighting, then go to Minor and dump the drug.
Okay, 1 to 5 again. 3. What is this drug?
I'm not asking you to distill it, just drop it into a basin. That's all you need to know.
5. How do I find Evard?
He'll be in the fighters' quarters under the stands.
2. So how am I supposed to help Evard win?
The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find a Verd, see who he's fighting and when. When the name Minor comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off,
okay,
not enough to show.
Can we not
but it wears
repeat
off
that
quickly,
again?
so don't use it until just before his fight.
And then out of 2, we got a 1. Alright, we'll go right now. Good, we're ending this
You will.
conversation.
Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see a Verd's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Ooh, that sounds bad. Let's go, I guess, to the proving. Which I'm pretty sure is up here from memory.
Turn around, Brand. No castless on the grounds.
1. But I have a pass right here.
Looks legitimate. Go on through then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
Coolio, let's go. Okay. Where to? It says to stay out
Stone's
of...
Embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens.
It's a Grey Warden.
Oh, I dare you to go over and talk to him. Say, welcome to Orzammar, Warden, sir. May I drink your bathwater?
Should I talk to him? Yeah, I've been dead too.
Stone met, and blessings on your house. That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed, or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely?
I'm looking at you strangely because I'm castless. Number 2, well, I don't exactly have a house.
My apologies. The intricacies of dwarven society are still foreign to me. I meant no offense. My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you.
I mean, at least Duncan is nice. 1, is it true you're here looking for recruits?
The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here, and I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
Okay, is that all? Cool. Let's continue on our trek to being a Grey Warden. Being a criminal.
Sweetheart,
Sod it. He's stone drunk. He could draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Barat's gonna kill us if we slip up on this. He's still mad about the time I accidentally told that barkeep Barat had demanded free ale delivered to my door. Hey, I just had an idea.
So this idea is 1 to 3. 3! Great, we're running out of time. What have you got?
So, you've been rubbing my nose at how you're the meanest thing with a blade, right? Evaird's armor is over there, and you're about the same size.
Generate. 2. I'll put on the armor now. You find Maynard and drug him.
Got it. It'll help if you can distract him, though. Just, talk to him so I can sneak past him without him noticing. Let's do it quickly. We don't have much time.
Okay. Let's take it all. I've got the armor. We'll put it on later. I need to distract him.
Hey, only fighters are allowed in these chambers. Who are you?
Generate. Number 1. I'm random. I'm working with the waste trenches.
I don't care about your name, Brand. My fight should be called any moment now. You can come back and clean then.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. We have 1 again. I'm trying to persuade him. I'm just such a fan. Can I touch you, please?
It's ill luck for me to touch someone the ancestors have cursed.
Okay.
If you wish a tale to bring your children, return when my fight is over.
Bout 3 is next. Officer Minar versus the Warrior of Air. Fighters, make final preparations, then report to the ring.
That's my fight. We'll finish this when I return victorious.
Okay.
No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight. And don't forget to keep your helmet down.
Okay, I need to put on Avard's stuff. Avard's helm, Avard's gloves, his boots, his armor, his shield. Okay, so what do we want to use? That's a two-handed sword. 6.5 for the mace, or the axe is 7.8 damage. Let's go the axe. Now we just need to go
Stone met, Avard. I believe it is time for your bout.
And do this.
May fortune favor your fight, Avard. Are you ready?
I guess. I'm not gonna do a random one there because we're just progressing.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for our honored guests, the Grey Wardens. The warrior Everd, son of Galton, will fight Officer Minar, survivor of the battle at Kar Ellerin.
You honor me with this fight. May the stone show the boldest heart through the strongest arm.
Okay, so watch out, Duster, you'll be coughing blood tonight.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Everd!
Yay, I'm a winner. I'm a winner, baby.
A truly memorable fight. The young cadet vanquishes the wily veteran. Healer, see to his injuries. The warrior Everd, son of Galton, will fight last year's Journeyman Division champion, Adalbo, proven in glory before the stone.
You honor me with this fight. May we both win glory
Look
in
at the
eyes
blood.
of our lords.
Generate. It's 3. Let's win some glory for the Wardens.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Everd! The ancestors have withdrawn their blessings and embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Everd, son of Galton, will fight Lenka, silent sister in training. She has made her vows, but not completed her blooding. Will she be accepted into the legendary order? That will depend on her performance today.
1 to 3 again. The silent sister 2. All that stuff about honor and glory, let's fight.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Everd!
Surprise, surprise.
Lenka went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Everd will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion of the ring against...
What? It's my bout already? Hey! That's my armor!
Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred...
Wait, I know that man. That's Everd. Then what imposter did I fight?
Remove your helmet, warrior.
We're in
and
trouble
let all
now.
Who watched you see your face.
1 to 3. 3. I am Evard. Rest that fraud.
Nay, this man has Everd's perfect likeness. If you would have me believe you, let me look upon your face.
3. 3 again. Oh my gosh. Do not challenge me unless you want to taste my blade. This is so ridiculous.
Your skills are impressive, but you are one man. Show yourself, lest I call the guards and have them do it for you.
I'm trying hard not to. 2. Very well. Look then and see who I am. I'm castless. Such a sexy beast with that orange beard.
Castless! You insult the very nature of this proving. Guards, take this filth away.
Hold your man, I pray you. This warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your presence, Warden, but this proving is not solely for you. There are laws which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This man is no warrior. He is castless, rejected by the ancestors. His very footsteps pollute the stone. He has no place here.
Except as your champion.
Are you awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me?
We're in prison. Oh no.
How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight?
Yes, I had to put up a fight. I mean, I have had an attitude at the end there. Okay, Lesky, what happened?
As soon as everyone saw your face, Brand, the place went mad. Shut all the doors, examined everyone for family and caste. One of the guards recognized me and figured we must be working together. They burned 3 candles to the stump interrogating me about who put us up to this. I think they knew, you know, about Barat.
Of course they knew about Barat. They probably just put up with him. 1 to 4. 2. Barat said he'd go for Rika if we got caught. We need to go.
You think I didn't look for a way out? Rika's not the only one in danger here. They could kill us. But these cells are built straight into the wall. And they confiscated all my lockpicks. What's it look like on your side? You see any way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that.
1 to 4. This is not good. 1. Javia, what are you doing down here?
You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you.
1 to 3. 1. Let me talk to Barat. I can explain what happened.
All he needs to know is that you exposed him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together, boys. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
Do. Okay, we gotta level up. So we have 6 options and 3 points to level up. Let's generate them all. 6, 5, and 4. 4, 5, 6. So we're focusing on the constitution here, not so much the strength and dexterity at the top just yet. Okay, cool. Next. So we've got 1 talent and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 options for this one. Generate 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have rapid shot. We can do some archery stuff if we really want to. Okay, there's a guard there. There's no way out. I guess we have to talk to the guard.
Leave off with your noise. You're giving me a headache.
Generate 2. Ooh, that's how it started for me too.
What do you mean?
Generate 1. Grab his head and slam it against the bars.
Hey, what the?
That's rather violent. I like it. Okay, so we actually have a weapon now.
You want to get away with this? We can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
Okay, we've got all our stuff. Let's equip everything that we need to equip. Okay. Let's go. And get out of this place. If that's at all possible.
Enemies approaching!
Come and get it!
Well, there's a lot of people. Oops, I was pressing the wrong button.
I shall do it.
My friend is dying. Dude, I think you need some potions or something. Oh, you know what? He can just die.
Good. Another down. Watch out! Best be wary. I shall do it.
Oh wait, he doesn't have any armor or anything, does he? My friend, I should probably put some armor on him.
I shall do it.
Because he's just gonna keep on dying, isn't he? Yeah, he has no armor. That's why he's like dying. There we go. Now he's gonna be a bit more used to me. That was silly, Jaded. Okie dokie, I think I got everything. Let's continue.
I'm cutting the whore free. If that turncoat brother of hers doesn't know his place, I don't need precious Rika either.
Rika? That the one you got all done up in lace? I've been wanting to get my hands on that.
Heh, I know what you mean.
They're not getting their hands
She's
on her.
yours if you want her, boys. And let me tell you, it tastes as good as it looks.
BS, like he's had her.
What in sod all is that doing out of its cage? Let's teach this little duster a lesson.
More enemies ahead, as you say.
It's here to kill you. Kill the thugs first.
I'll be done. guns watch over me.
Close. Right, that's it.
She'll bash him. Yeah. Die, bro. Yeah, finishing move and all.
Did you see him there?
Beautiful.
When we're done with you? And you just charged in and sodding slaughtered him.
Yeah.
You have to be the luckiest duster in Orzammar. Barat's dead, and we're standing here. Hail to the sodding king!
He deserved to die. Barat deserved to die. 1 to 3. What am I going to say about that now? Generate 1. I was hoping he'd have time to beg for mercy.
Oh, he was begging, all right. That look of utter surprise on his face when he tasted his own blood. That was as close to begging as Barat gets.
1. And now we step up and take things over.
Whoa. Don't push it, Salraka. Barat kept his place by making sure it was always dusters like us who took the fall. Right now, half of Orzammar knows who you are. We've got to lay low for a while.
1 to 4, 3. I'm serious. I want to take over the Carter. Of course I'm serious.
Maybe in a long time, when everyone's forgotten what happened today, we can see who's left to challenge us. And maybe, if Barat's family topside doesn't figure out who killed him, they'll keep doing business with us. And maybe we'll be able to figure out which mining families stocked the Carter with lyrium.
That's a lot of maybes.
And then maybe we'll have the chance to take over. Until then, let's just get out of here.
That is a lot of maybes, dude. Maybe.
It has begun.
Let's take it all. Let's take everything. Give me all the loot, so I can sell it all for backpacks. So I can get even more loot. Yes, let's venture forth. Okay. Oh, look, it's the shopkeep. Is he gonna talk to me?
You're not supposed to be here. Wait, is that blood? Ancestors, protect me!
Okay. You saw nothing.
There they are! Seize the fugitives!
Okay.
Drop your weapons and walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist.
He doesn't like Duncan, does he? You're not gonna force me. 1 to 4. Okay. 1. I just killed Barat. You should be thanking me. Yep, let's just...
He's dead? Barat had many enemies, but also powerful allies.
Barat would have butchered us if he hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated his courage. We Grey Wardens travel far and wide in search of those with the potential to join our ranks. It seems I have found one.
I like how it's like, I just admitted to murder in front of these people. I guess being castless is more of a crime than murder. Plus, they don't like Barat. Okay, 1 to 3. 1. Are you asking me to become a Grey Warden?
Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This man is a criminal. You can't do this.
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people, but it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the Blight.
Okay, 1 to 4. 3. And if I say no and stay here with Rika?
Then you will be subject to whatever sentence the Shapers choose to impose. I think you know what that sentence would be. I would spare you from it, and for an excellent cause.
Generate again, 2. It seems like my best option.
Then before these witnesses, I hereby recruit you into the Grey Wardens. Know that you are most welcome.
What happens to Lesky?
This is highly irregular. The warrior families will be most upset.
Who cares?
Look at you, you duster. A warden. And to think I knew you when you were stealing bread.
We must be off to meet the King of Ferelden, and quickly. Do you have any goodbyes to say?
Okay. Do we say goodbye to our sister, or do we not? Generate 2. Yes, I would.
Then do so, and return to me as soon as you can.
Oh, isn't that sweet? We're gonna go say goodbye to my sister. And I guess Lesky.
From Dust Town to the Grey Wardens. You don't watch out, Selraka, you'll end up a paragon. and then I'll never hear the end of it.
Generate 1. I'll miss you, Lesky. That's nice.
Now I know you've lost your senses. There's nothing to miss here. Now get out of here, before the Warden realizes what you're like without all that armor.
Okay. Oh, there's my sister right there. I don't have to go into anywhere.
I can't believe you're really leaving. And as a Grey Warden. When Sir Duncan said he wanted to recruit you, I almost fell over. When I heard you were arrested, I rushed to the arena. But by then you were gone, and Sir Duncan was telling everyone they had to find you.
1 to 3. Generate 2. I'll try to send you money.
We may not need it for much longer. I spent the afternoon with my new patron. If everything works out, maybe I can even greet you as an equal if you return.
Ooh. She getting some bow chicka wow wow. 3. There is no way you'll convince me to live among humans.
If I were you, I'd talk to Sir Duncan more.
Okay, like, such a contradiction. Such a contradiction. I love it. Random, you are so random. I guess that's the whole point. Okay, let's just go.
I'm glad you were able to speak once more with those who care for you. Now we must be off to Ostagar. Are you ready to go?
Yes, let's just go because...
Eager to leave, are we? So be it.
I'm not going to go say
Before we
goodbye to my
brave
mother.
the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace, since you have so few possessions of your own. It was once wielded by the Warden Forel Idukan. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue his proud example. Goodbye, my friends, and thank you for your hospitality.
Off we go.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen, I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
Ho there, friend. Okay, 1 to 3, so... generate 2. I am random, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Ordomar.
Stout folk. Generate. Honorable, you must be thinking of the nobles.
Sounds like there's a story behind that. You must regale me with it sometime.
Generate 1. I'd rather not.
As you wish. Now perhaps I'll tempt you someday with a bottle of the finest dwarven brew from the royal cellar. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
You're too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
And another one. I didn't realize things were going so well.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
He looks almost like a child with a beard. And a buzz cut with a weird hairline.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
too. He didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Generate 1. Then maybe we should move quickly.
Yes, we should proceed with the ritual.
A hot meal might be nice first.
I agree. We have until nightfall to begin the ritual. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Okay, 1 to 4. 1. What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Look at him, our beautiful random dwarven dude. So yeah, let's leave this here. Thank you so much for watching this random episode. I'm going to continue doing this whether people watch it or not because I want to. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see what we get up to in the next episode with Ostagar, and figure out how we're going to make this random game even more random. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.